We are here at O'Meara for the Big Cum Party, and we are joined by Lewis Capaldi. How is it going?
That's good. It sounded like you said we're here for the Big Cum Party.
Speaking of Big Cum Party, how's this year been for you?
It's been very good, man. Yeah, it's been a very hectic fucking. I'm allowed to swear.
Well, we've opened up with Cum Party, so
Yeah, it's been a very hectic, just fucking mental year all in all, but it's been incredible. Yeah, it's been definitely the most kind of stressful, up and down, amazing, unbelievable year in my life.
well, what's kind of been the biggest stress, or is it just the amalgamation of everything this year?
It's kind of like the amalgamation of everything, not knowing. You never really know what's going on. Like, do you know what I mean? I've always feel like I don't know what's happening. Like, do you know what I mean? It's strange, and I think, yeah, just everything, man. It is a big amalgamation of, like, you're on tour with people, and people, like, everyone kind of relying on you for a job and stuff, and you're doing all that stuff. But and you want to just make, like, when it comes to making the album, which we're doing in a minute, it's like you want to fucking nail it. Do you know what I mean? And I think there's that stress there with that.
I mean, you're a young artist as it is anyway, so it's like got a long career ahead, so it's kind of time to tweak and hone for sure, and kind of like get into that routine. But when you're out touring, is there anything at the moment that you've been like, right, when I'm stressed, when I'm finding that things are a bit tough, this is what I do to go and get away from it? I go and take an hour and do a thing or whatever.
This is going to sound really weird, but when I'm feeling anxious or when I'm feeling stressed, I go for a poo, right? And there's something about just being in that little space by yourself. That sounds so weird when I say it, but there's something about just being in that little space by yourself, taking a few minutes and just going, everything's good. And it's just a nice time. I don't know. It's very good for me to mull over things when I'm dropping the kids off. There's a song on the album that I'm really, really proud of called "Figure It Out," which is kind of all about the ups and downs and pressures of making an album and being a musician. I wrote it with a guy called Joe Little, who produced and wrote Lord's first album with her. So he did Royals and stuff like that. And a guy called Mika Preminath, who's wrote with he's got songs with Selena Gomez and all stuff. And what I found really interesting about it was writing that song. So we're all varying different levels. Like, obviously Joe Little's seen the pinnacle. Do you know what I mean? He's an incredible writer and a great guy as well. Mika as well, as somebody who's just starting to see this amazing success again, fucking so talented. And I think what was interesting is we all had the same, anxieties and fears and stresses of that industry. It's like basically about being in music. Like, at one point things can be amazing, and then one thing's the next day they're just fucking cold and everything's like, oh, nothing's going well, and then suddenly again everything's going great. It's just crazy to see at all those varying different levels. Yeah. Like we all experience the same. Do you know what I mean? The same stresses of making music and things.
Do you think there is that kind of like desire as well, like for the times at which you're like, oh man, like my audience probably just see, like my fan base just see me making music, me on stage, and it's all sweet, it's all hunky-dory? Is there like a part of you that was like, actually I just want to write a song that actually kind of shows them what actually goes on in my life day to day,
100%. And I think that was the aim for it. The first line in the song is I'm broken by desire to be heavenly sent, and it's like that vibe of like, I just want to be like, I want to be great at what I'm doing so much that the fucking and sometimes you go to sit down and write a song and it's fucking terrible, and you're like, I'm shit at this. And it's like, do you know what I mean? It is that feeling of, and I think it applies to everything though. It's like everyone just wants to be good at what they do, or just even be a good person. Your friends will look at what you're doing and go, "Oh, you're doing amazing, man! Like, this is great," and it is. And then they don't see everything else that goes on. But then you could be playing sold out shows, like you still feel like, but I'm not. This isn't going as well as I wanted it to go. Which is mental. I think it's human nature to. If you got 5 things in your life and 4 of them are going amazing, it's human nature to just focus on the one thing that's not thing. And it's something I've done recently, is not to focus on the negatives as much, and just go, look, okay, so we've got this negative thing. I used to just get so fully encompassed with, oh, this isn't going as well as I wanted to do, and I really wanted to do better at this, and like, but I'm totally ignoring all the stuff that's going great. Do you know what I mean? And I think over the last kind of 2 months, I've really just went, it's good to kind of take a step back and go, look what's happened over the last 2 years. It's just this amazing thing, and yeah, just being a bit more grateful for things.
I think when you do kind of look at all the greats that have been, there's always that same kind of story of like, kind of, it's like no matter kind of what level you get to, it's always looking at like, oh well, this is next, or like, oh, like you say, you've sold out like an arena, it's like, oh well, maybe it could be this arena, and it's like, actually just like take a moment, like definitely appreciate that moment.
Like how you said, I suppose the same with all the greats, as if I'm one of them.
Man, you've been making some waves this year though, like been turning quite a few heads, so kudos.
It's been very good, man, but yeah, no, totally, and I think that is the way it is. Just, we are as humans, I think, wired to focus on the negative things rather than you have to actively try and go look at all this amazing stuff.